In the metals quadrant, taking a look at a sub $1,800 June gold futures contract. The June contract broke the $1,800 level for the first time since February 4th of this year and is now down 4 of the last 5 sessions and 4 consecutive weeks. Today's low in the gold contract, 1797.20. That was down about 1.5% from yesterday's 1824.60 settlement. And on the high side of things, we didn't quite make it to up 0.2%, 16 basis points higher to be exact at 1827.60. And the settlement closer to the lows and to the highs, but we still got a lot of it back and settled above 1800, down about, call it 0.7% in toward the close today. Now, yields are the part of the problem, and it was interesting that gold had its worst week since June 14th of 2021, falling over 3.5%. You have to go all the way back to June 14th of 2021 to find a bigger drop than that. Despite yields falling this week, we had the 2-year yield fall by 13 basis points. We had the 5-year yield fall by 19 basis points, the 10-year by 22 basis points, getting back below 3%, and the 30-year by 17 basis points, just barely staying up above 3%. And although gold normally responds to higher yields, gold fell despite the lower yields for this particular week. And that kind of shows you the overarching theme in the markets in general with the selling of risk assets that we've had, despite the strong recovery of risk assets this past Friday. Now, looking at Jerome Powell's statements yesterday, doesn't seem like he's going to go any easier on inflation despite what's happening to assets. And that's part of the reason that gold stayed weak. In one of his statements yesterday, Jerome Powell said that the Fed's moves on economies, and this part is a quote, or I should say on rates, this part's a quote, will also include some pain, but ultimately the most painful thing would be if we were to fail to deal with inflation and were to get entrenched in the economy at high levels. So the Fed's going to go after inflation. This has been a problem for precious metals in general and in gold specifically.